Live from Waller Stadium in beautiful Manhattan Beach, California, it's Mustang Football 2009. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Lee, alongside, as always, with Jimmy Sadowski, and we are here to bring you exciting high school football action as your Maricosta Mustangs of Manhattan Beach take on the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. Of course, special evening tonight. Mustangs here on Senior Recognition Night as we get a quick glimpse at a former Mustang. We'll talk about him a little bit later on, Guy Gardner. Meantime, though, Jeremy, we have a special ceremony going down on the field. Senior Recognition Night tonight here, 2009 Maricosta Seniors. Let's go down to the field for the ceremony.
And now we are proud to present our senior football players from your 2009 Mustang football varsity team. We will start with Chase Anderson, accompanied by Tracy Anderson and Ruth and Bob Dorsey, his grandma and grandpa. And you can applaud anytime you want to, right in here. These are our senior football players. And proud they should be. By the way, Chase is number 22. Next up for the football players, Andrew Brenner, number 70, accompanied by Steve and Donna Brenner, his mom and dad. Next up for the seniors, Nigel Coronado Morris, and represented by, it doesn't look like Coach Morrow, but he is number 32, Nigel, represented by Robert Morris. Thank you. Next up for the Mustangs, number 88, Mike Daniels, accompanied by Zach Krizlock. Next up, our quarterback, number 11, Kyle DeMarco, accompanied by his mom and dad, Chuck and Brenda DeMarco. Next up, number 30, James Franklin, Jimmy Franklin, accompanied by Joe and Nancy Franklin, and his sister, Taylor Franklin. Seniors, number 46, Trevor Harley, accompanied by Monica Harley, his mom, and Andrew Harley, his brother. Next up, number 89, Edgar Herrera, accompanied by Salvador and Blanca Herrera, his mom and dad. Some other assorted family members and friends there, so let's welcome them all, get them all in the picture. Next up, number 58, Kevin Hopp, accompanied by Tom and Angela Hopp, his mom and dad, and his sister Katie Hopp. Katie out there. But I know she's here in spirit. Next up, number 9, Marcus Jacobson, accompanied by Gary and Mary Jacobson, his parents, and his brother, Max Jacobson. Senior Mustangs, number 86, Jake Jomini, accompanied by Dean and Stacy Jomini, his mom and dad, and his brother Luke.
Got a chair for you. I don't need no seat.
Next up for the Mustangs, senior number 7. 27, Chad Jensen, accompanied by his mom and dad, Bob and Sue Jensen, and his brother, Michael Jensen. And Michael was a former Maricopa Mustang, which makes Chad a legacy. Next up for the Mustangs, number 74, Nick Kazmata. And Nick brought quite a family with him. He brought Michelle Kazmata, his mother, Rick Saracen, his stepdad, Doyle Kazmata, his father, Cheechin Kazmata, his stepmother, and unable to attend tonight was Grandma Mary Kazmata, but she's also here in spring. Next up, Colin Krasnoff, number 25, accompanied by Brad and Daniel Krasnoff, and Chloe Krasnoff, his sister. Next up, big number 16, Adam Lawrence, accompanied by his mom and dad, Ab, Abe, Sue, and Ann Lawrence. Next up for the Mustangs, big number 33, Kellen Lockwood, accompanied by his father, Roger Lockwood, his mother, Gail Ruin, and his brother, Taylor Lockwood. Excuse me, I don't see Taylor out there, but he's also sends his best regards. Next up, number 42, Richard Martosha, accompanied by Tia and Douglas Martosha. And here comes number 8, Mike Miller, along with his parents Dave and Eileen Miller, his sister Sandy Miller, his brother David Miller, and his grandmother Linda Miller.
Senior night.
I guess we could say it's Miller time. Next up, number 3, Jackson Morrow, accompanied by Don and Roxanne Morrow, his parents, and Taylor and Harrison Morrow, his brothers. It's a family affair. Jackson's older brother Taylor played here, played quarterback for the Mustangs, so we got a bit of legacy family here.
What's wrong with Mike? Broke his foot. What? Last week? 6 weeks. I'm not sure exactly when that happened.
Next up, number 12, our Mustang kicker, Alex Narocha, accompanied by Nick and Diane Narocha, his parents. Next up, big number 19, Kyle Nunn, accompanied by Gerald and Andrea Nunn, his mom and dad, Jay Nunn, his brother, and Leah Nunn, his sister. Kyle Nunn, 19. Next up, number 85, senior Marcus Probasco, accompanied by Joel and Sylvia Probasco, his mom and dad. Next up, number 6, Morgan Reese, accompanied by Sam and Judith Reese, his mom and dad. Number 52, Mitch Reedy, accompanied by Martin and Cindy Reedy, his parents. Next up, number 40, Rommel Rodriguez, who is going to be represented by Coach Morrow. Excuse me, we have the complete Rodriguez family here, and I don't have their names, but let's welcome Rommel, number 40, and his family, the Rodriguez family. Next up, number 75, Andrew Rollo, accompanied by his mother Cindy Rollo, his father Bill Rollo, and Tina Hathaway. Next up, number 84, Jonathan Stump, represented by Dale, his father, and his brother Josh Stump. Next up, number 72, Jordan Tabai, accompanied by William and Nuak Tabai, his parents, and all his brothers and sisters and everybody from the neighborhood. I lied about that, only 7 to the photograph. We're up to 12. Future Mustang football players I see right there. Next up, number 39, Nick Villasenor, accompanied by Pete Villasenor, his father, and Arlene Howe, his mother. And last but certainly not least, number 2, Mr. Ricardo Wright II, accompanied by Ricardo and Tanya Wright, his parents, Ebony Ashley Wright Hunt, his sister, Maya Milan Wright, his sister, and a water girl for the team. And although we officially refer to him as Ricardo Wright II, we all know him as number 2, Rico Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a giant round of applause for all of our band, color guard, dance, cheer, and football seniors, and their parents and their accompanying friends. Thank you very much.
And welcome back. We are here ready for live action as your Maricosta Mustangs of Manhattan Beach here at Waller Stadium, of course, in their green and gold uniforms, will be taking on the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. Of course, Maricosta comes into this contest 1-0 in the Bay League. Jeremy, what can you tell us about the Sea Kings that the Mustangs are going to need to watch for tonight?
Well, Chris, Sea Kings come into tonight's contest 0-1 in Bay League action. And as you remember, last season, the Mustangs had to come up with a great fourth down Kyle-to-Kyle connection to beat the Sea Kings over at Palos Verdes by a score of 20-16. So these teams traditionally are a well-fought contest, and this year even more so, as legendary quarterback, former Mustang himself, Guy Gardner, our quarterbacks coach back when we were in our day here at Maricosta, returns to Waller Stadium as the head coach of these Sea Kings. So I'd expect great quarterback play and good offensive strategy for tonight's contest. Coach Ray Lee's going to have his hands full tonight, Chris.
Of course, the Mustangs come into this contest not only 1-0 in league, but 4-2 overall, led on offense. As you mentioned, Kyle Nunn, that Kyle-to-Kyle connection. Kyle Nunn, 19 receptions, 377 yards with an almost 20-yard per average on his receptions. 5 touchdowns receiving for Kyle Nunn. Obviously a huge factor on the receiving game for the Mustangs. They are also led on the ground by Morgan Reese with his 463 yards rushing so far this season and 4 touchdowns, as well as somewhat newcomer, at least this season, Rico Wright, 113 yards already just in the last couple games, 6.3 yards per carry for Rico. Good to see him finally getting into the swing of the offense. Should be a huge factor for the Mustangs on the ground game in this Bay League season.
However, there is some bad news for the Mustangs defense, as defensive lineman Mike Miller has broken his foot and will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully we should get him back by the end of Bay League action and ready for the playoffs.
Mustangs will be kicking off. Of course, Mustangs captains tonight, Kyle DeMarco, number 11, number 70, Andrew Brenner, and number 72, Jordan Tavai. Alex Narocha with the opening kick. It's high, it's deep, it goes into the end zone, so that will be a touchback. The Sea Kings of Palos Verdes will start this contest out 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Of course, Alex Narocha, the kicker for the Mustangs, been doing a great job all season long in terms of getting that ball into the end zone for touchbacks. Sea Kings now on 1st down. Get about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. As the Sea Kings immediately go to that passing attack. Max Baez at quarterback for Palos Verdes. And motion penalty against the Sea Kings. That will bring them back 5 yards. 2nd and 9 now for PV. Mustangs showing blitz. Instead, PV keeps it on the ground this time. Gets it out to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Sea Kings. PV play action. Under pressure, and that's a sack for the Mustangs. Number 44, J.R. Tavai. Of course, J.R. started the season at linebacker, now on the D-line. That was all him, no blitz there. That was just pure athletic ability by Tavai to get that sack, forcing a punt here by the Sea Kings. Kyle Nunn set to return this one, but PV plays it well. Only maybe 2 yards at the most on the return. Mustangs on their first offensive possession of tonight's contest start out 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Mustangs open on the ground. That's Morgan Reese with the carry. Gets about 2 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 situation for the Mustangs. DeMarco in shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to decide to keep this one. That's a design run play for the quarterback, DeMarco. And we can see exactly why there. He gets a Mustangs 1st down on the 10-yard carry by Kyle DeMarco. Mustangs now shift to the 3-back formation. They keep it on the ground, and oh, nice run by Morgan Reese. Really pounding his way forward, gets just past the 40 all the way up to the 38-yard line. Nice hard running by Morgan Reese creates a 2nd down and 3 situation. DeMarco Inchaka. Uh-oh, bad snap. DeMarco wisely jumps on it. It's going to create a 3rd down and long now for the Mustangs. Third and 15, Maricosta. And uh-oh, that one is penalty against the Mustangs, illegal motion. Looked like that one may have been J.R. Tavai on the edge. Of course, without Mike Miller, the Mustangs' 2nd leading receiver, it's going to be interesting to see who really fills his role on the Mustangs' passing game. DeMarco with the keeper, under pressure, and is thrown down. That'll bring up a 4th down punting situation for the Mustangs. And for the Mustangs, set to punt now is Sofin. Officials sorting this one out. Again, that's Brendan Sofin, the junior kicker for the Mustangs, set to punt. And they have waved that flag off, and it's a timeout on the field. Of course, we're here in the opening quarter. Mustangs and the PVC Kings are notched at 0 apiece. Sofin now ready for the punt. Under pressure, barely gets that one away, but it's a nice high punt. Really pushes PV back. Mustangs have this one covered pretty well too. Putting men down there, and oh, they come up with the tackle. Great special team play by the Mustangs. Palos Verdes now on their 2nd offensive possession of this contest. Mustangs forced a 4-and-out essentially for PV last time around. The Sea Kings keep it on the ground here as we have a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be against Palos Verdes. In fact, it is. That one will march the ball back to the 2-yard line. Repeat of 1st down. Of course, Mustangs really playing for the safety here by accepting that penalty. First down situation now. PV in I formation. And it's a handoff straight up the middle. Mustangs, however, read that pretty nicely. Number 3 for the Mustangs, of course, that's Jackson Morrow with the tackle. 2nd down situation now. I formation again. PV, in fact, in a double tight end set as well. Really looking to just try to move this ball out, and that's incomplete. Dante Beavis with great coverage out there. Forces the incompletion. 3rd down now. 3rd and 7 for Palos Verdes. Here in the opening quarter, this score is notched at 0 apiece. Palos Verdes to the air. That is incomplete. That one was simply dropped by Palos Verdes tight end. However, even if he had caught it, Dion Morris, who's been coming up with some big-time hits and interceptions all season long for the Mustangs, was right there ready for the play. Meantime now, it's 4th down now. Mustangs should get good field position. It's a high, it's a long and deep kick. Takes a bit of a risky roll. A couple of Mustangs had to really work hard to avoid that bouncing ball out there. Either way, the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the 43-yard line. DeMarco Inchaka. And that play is blown dead. That looked like, again, it was about to be a designed run play for Kyle DeMarco. Mustangs had some injury problems at the running back position earlier this season, particularly with Morgan Reese. He was out for at least a full game there. That really forced Kyle DeMarco to show off his running ability. Mustang coaching staff even putting in some designed run plays for the quarterback. And you can understand why. Kyle DeMarco is the Mustangs' second leading rusher with 249 yards on the season. Meantime, he gets it to their leading rusher, Morgan Reese. Almost turns that corner. Either way, it's a good carry, good return there for Morgan Reese. Quick glance at Mike Miller on the sideline in crutches. Wish you well, Mike. Hope to see you back on the field by playoff times at least. Meantime, DeMarco now back to pass, looks left, throws left, and that one is low and wide, incomplete. That will force a fourth down punting situation for the Mustangs. See the Mustangs just a little bit out of sync so far this contest. Good snap and another nice high punt out there. Oh, that one's loose. That's a fumble. Mustangs diving for it. Looks like they may have it. Mustangs calling for it. Sofin with another good punt. And they do turn over to the Mustangs.
Yeah, Chris, like you said, great job by Sofin for the high hang time, allowing his coverage to get there and cause havoc for the returner, forcing him to fumble.
So Mustangs go straight to the ground game. That was Morgan Reese with the carry. Got maybe two on the play. Second and goal from the 7. Back in motion. Quick shift left. Ball goes to the third back through and tripped up behind the line of scrimmage was Morgan Reese. He dove forward, got maybe a yard. Either way, we'll bring up a third and goal situation here for the Mustangs. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Kyle Nunn in motion. DeMarco now with play action. He's rolling right. He throws right. He completes right and gets a touchdown. J.R. Tavai for the Mustang score. Kyle DeMarco with a great job selling the play action fake. Rolled right, had a wide open J.R. Tavai, who used his power and speed to get in the end zone, get the Mustangs on the board. Meantime, Alex the Roach Narocha with the kick. It's up, it's high, it's 3, and it is good. That makes score this contest 7-0. Mustangs take the early lead. Mustangs now with the kickoff. Here in the first quarter, leading now 7-0. Again, that one goes into the end zone. Alex Narocha with another great kickoff. Boy, special teams taking an early importance so far in this contest already, Jeremy. Baez at quarterback, hands off. Morgan Reese and number 85 in the Mustangs, Marcus Probosco with the tackle. Handoff straight up the middle. That one may be enough. It looks like it's going to be enough for the first. Let's double check the spot, but In fact, it is. They got just past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Palos Verdes. Shotgun formation for Baez, and oh, that one's called dead. Of course, Baez, the senior quarterback, at 5'10", 190, physically very similar to an old pupil of head coach Guy Gardner for Palos Verdes. Of course, that pupil being Jeff Diusa, old teammate of ours. Let's see if he develops much like Diusa did. Meantime, speaking of developing, that is Marcus Probosco with the Mustang sack.
Yeah, Chris, unfortunately, fortunately, Baez isn't as mobile as quarterback Jeff Diusa was for the Mustangs.
And I think even Diusa would have had problems avoiding Probosco out there with his athletic ability and size. Meantime, Palos Verdes now incomplete. 3rd down situation now, 3rd and long for the Sea Kings. Sea Kings go to the air, it's complete, but read well. Number 3 out there, Jackson Morrow for the Mustangs. Jackson, the senior corner, has really stepped up big time for that Mustangs D this year. Forces a 4th down punting situation. There's the kick. It's high. It takes a bounce and goes out of bounds at just about the 40-yard line. So far, this contest has been all about field position. Mustangs have been starting at right around the 40 to the 45, as they are right now at the 46-yard line. Meantime, Palos Verdes has been starting at the 20-yard line or less, thanks to the fine kicking of Alex Narocha and Brendan Sofin. 2nd down and 9 now for the Mustangs. That one may get us to the quarter, and in fact it does. That will end this first quarter. Mustangs lead 7-0 after 1.
Great start by the Mustangs, holding Palos Verdes scoreless in the first quarter. As we head into the second quarter, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments our good old friend Guy Gardner will make on the other side, as I know he will make some key adjustments and get that offense rolling.
Meantime, nifty run out there by number 2 for the Mustangs, Rico Wright. Of course, I mentioned Rico in the pregame discussions. Big addition to the Mustangs running back formation. Really gives a lot of speed and niftiness to that backfield. Meantime, Mustangs had a wide receiver screen. It's Kyle Nunn. He's still going. Gets down to the 20, going for the end zone. Dives. He may be in. And oh, they're calling him out at about the 3-yard line. But boy, what an effort by number 19, Kyle Nunn.
Yeah, Chris, let's take another look at this play by Kyle Nunn. The ref called him out at the 3-yard line. I'm not sure about that. But as we see, we got DeMarco dropping back, Nunn coming across the middle, which he hasn't done so far this season. And you see a nice block here by Steckel as he sort of takes out 2 people with the help of Kyle Nunn, and a nice inside cut. And here we go. It's down. It looks like that foot is, I would say it's in, as he dives across the goal line, and I think that was a touchdown, but the ref apparently saw his foot just on the out-of-bounds line.
Kyle-to-Kyle connection works early, gets the Mustangs a 1st and 10 situation. They go to the ground game, and almost getting in is Kellen Lockwood, but stopped just outside of the goal line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and inches for the Mustangs. three-back formation for Maricosta, and this time it's a QB keeper, Kyle DeMarco. I think he got it. Let's get the official word here, and it is. It's a touchdown, Mustangs. Number 11, Kyle DeMarco, gets in for the Mustang score. That is his 7th rushing touchdown this season. Meantime, Alex Norocha set up for the point after attempt. The kick is up, the kick is high, the kick is straight, and that kick is good. 14-0 now. The Mustangs lead this contest here in the second quarter. Alex Norocha now set to kick. Mustangs leading this contest 14-0 and looking very impressive so far. And again, Norocha kicks into the back of the end zone. Touchback. Palos Verdes will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. PV goes to the air. It's complete along the right-hand side. Good coverage out there by the Mustangs. Dion Morris knocks out of bounds the PV receiver just shy of the first down marker. 2nd and inches. And meantime, Palos Verdes keeps it on the ground again. They get just enough for the first. Marcus Probosco with the tackle. So far, a rare first down for Palos Verdes. Mustangs defense looking just as sharp as the offense is. PV now back to pass. And that is incomplete. Baez looking for the quick post pattern out there on his left-hand side, but good coverage, double coverage out there by the Mustangs. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. I'm sorry, 2nd and... That's correct, 10 for Palos Verdes. Meantime, Mustangs read that one very nicely. Mustangs had the blitz on. Jackson Morrow came in, put on a good licking. Jackson has been getting some big-time hits all season long at that corner position for the Mustangs. 3rd down now for the Sea Kings, and this play is blown dead. And it is motion against Palos Verdes. PV with some early miscues on the offensive side. Put themselves back even further now. A very difficult 3rd down situation here for the Sea Kings. Mustangs do not blitz. Instead, they go with the brush, and they didn't need a blitz because they have the Tavai brothers. Baez just got Tavai. Jordan Tavai rushing right up the middle really forced Baez to roll right into his brother, the onrushing J.R. Tavai, who made a nice swim move out there and gets the sack. Meantime, Kyle Nunn on the loose ball, picks it up, gets actually a nice return, got about 12 on the return. Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Mustangs lead this contest 14-0 here in the second quarter. Kyle DeMarco under center. Sends Jackson Morrow in motion. It's a sweep right. Rico Wright trying to get outside and is not able to turn that corner. He is stopped. Maybe a half-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation for DeMarco. Takes a snap, decides to keep it. Gets maybe 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs. DeMarco in shotgun. Kind of a new formation for the Mustangs. Talk about that in a little bit. But meantime, DeMarco under pressure gets sacked. It's going to bring up a 4th down punting situation, 4th and 14 for the Mustangs. Of course, that new formation I mentioned, it's almost like an I formation, but with the quarterback in shotgun. Very interesting. First time we've seen that by the Mustangs. Meantime, Sofin with another great punt. That one is fair caught at the 27-yard line. We'll call it the 28. And man, with the punting of the Mustangs, Sofin, as well as the kickoffs of Alex the Roach Narocha, PV just cannot find good field position so far this first half. 5 receiver formation for Palos Verdes. Baez in shotgun. He looks middle, throws middle, and incomplete. Mustangs had that covered very well. Dante Beavis with the coverage as well as with some safety help by Rico Wright. Of course, Rico, most teams try to stay away from him. He was one of the leaders in the entire Southern California area in interceptions last season. Number 2, I believe, he finished the season at. Meantime, Palos Verdes keeps this one on the ground. Nice run out there by PV's number 10, Victor Mancusi. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 situation now for Palos Verdes. Baez in shotgun. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap. It's play action. He's rolling to right. He's under pressure. J.R. Tavai under pressure. Oh, he nifty played. Tosses it out to his back, who's still on his feet, and finally is knocked down. That was Mancusi with the reception, but what a heads-up play by quarterback Max Baez. That definitely looked like a Guy Gardner type play out there. Man in motion. PV keeps it on the ground again. They get 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Mancusi with the run left on the sweep left, read nicely by the Mustangs. They really did a good job to stretch that one out. Kellen Lockwood as well as Dante Beavis involved in that tackle. 3rd down and 5 situation now as PV only got 1 yard on the play. It's play action. Baez under pressure, and he is tripped up and sacked. Kellen Lockwood with the initial trip up. And boy, even if he hadn't gotten it, number 44 for the Mustangs, J.R. Tavai was right there for the cleanup. 4th down punting again for Palos Verdes. Although that was their best offensive drive of the evening, getting the ball to just past the 50. However, Mustang D lightens up at the beginning, tightens up when it needed to. Meantime, that ball's loose. And no, it's not. It is down by contact. Number 19, Kyle Nunn, they're calling him down before the fumble. Mustangs will maintain possession, leading this contest 14-0 here in the second quarter. Man in motion, it's play action. DeMarco with the scramble, throws and completes. What a great job by Kyle DeMarco, completing to Jake Gelmini. Jake, of course, one of the gentlemen we'll be seeing filling in for Mike Miller at tight end. Mustangs now on 1st and 10. It's play action. DeMarco under pressure, though, tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Does not. That will be a sack for the Sea Kings. 2nd down and 14 for the Mustangs now. DeMarco in shotgun. He hands off to Rico Wright. Tries to use his speed and a little bit of power. Gets at least a couple yards. That will still bring up a 3rd and long, though, for the Mustangs. 3rd and 12 to be exact. DeMarco with the 5-receiver set in shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking middle. He's got plenty of time. Throws, and that's complete. Big time play. Sam Steckel. Uh-oh, the ball's loose, though. And it's a turnover. Palos Verdes comes up with the fumble. Sam Steckel, great reception in the middle of the field, but turned it over right at the end of the play. PV takes over now, 1st and 10 from the 13. PV opens up on the ground. Nice nifty running out there. A little pop goes the weasel type running by Victor Mancusi. The 5'7" senior using that smallish frame of his to really dart in and out of the Mustangs defenders. Gets 8 on the play. Meantime now on 2nd and 2. Mancusi again, that time off right tackle, gets enough for the first. Palos Verdes starting to show some signs of rhythm out here. Timeout on the field by Palos Verdes. 7 seconds left to go. There's a good chance that this may end the half. Let's see. And in fact, it will. PV decides to go conservative, gives it to Mancusi. And that should do it. In fact, it will. We are going into halftime. Mustangs lead this contest 14-0. Jeremy won an impressive first half by these Mustangs. We'll be right back for second half action. And welcome back after the beautiful halftime show, as always, here at Waller Stadium. Jeremy, a great first half offensively and defensively for the Mustangs. For that matter, even the special teams played a very special part of that first half. Tell me about the impact the special teams had here in the Mustangs' early 14-0 lead.
Well, Chris, as you're well aware of, Coach Bill Cooper spends countless hours with his special teams to get them prepared for game action. As you saw, the coverage on that Brandon Sofin punt, which kept the Sea Kings deep in their territory, and then also the coverage which forced a fumble and that turnover early on, which led to the Mustangs' first score. So this Mustang special teams, as well as the kickoffs, touchbacks rather, by Alex the Roach Narocha and his fine field goal kicking, has kept this Mustang team in many games so far this season.
Of course, Mustangs offensively did a nice little combination of pass and rush as well, leading to this 14-0 lead.
Yeah, Chris, and again, getting back to the special teams, kicking is such an important game to part of this game, and it all started off with such kickers as John Williams, Ryan Seska, Kevin Lavelle, John Houston. You got Alex the Roach Narocha, and next year, following Alex, will be Brendan Sofin. So this legendary line of kicking will continue, as it's been a big part of this Maricosta football team for many years, and you can thank Bill Cooper for that.
Mustangs on offense. Quarterback Kyle DeMarco with the handoff. Mustangs get about 3 on the play. Second down, I'm going to call that second down and 6. Mustangs fake the sweep, instead handoff to the first back through, which was J.R. Devine. Got about 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs. Mustangs keep it on the ground again, and oh, what a great run out there by Morgan Reese. Hit initially at the line of scrimmage, kept his balance, literally going in reverse. Turned, spun, and got a Mustangs first down. Ball spotted at the 40, 1st and 10. DeMarco to the air, he throws left, completes left. That's Kyle Nunn out there, and oh boy, that combination, that Kyle to Kyle combo, has been working really well for the Mustangs. 3 big plays already for that combo. First and 10. Morgan Reese fighting his way forward. Good run out there by Morgan. Got about 5 on the play. Second down and 5. Here in the 3rd quarter, Mustangs lead 14-0. Play action, DeMarco. He's under pressure, and he is sacked. Palos Verdes has done a fairly good job of putting pressure on quarterback Kyle DeMarco. That one there creates a 3rd down and 17 situation now for the Mustangs. DeMarco, play action, again, Kyle to Kyle connection. And while we're used to seeing the long pass play from Kyle to Kyle, this time tonight we've been seeing a lot of quick, short dump passes. Been working well. That one worked for about 8. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation. Mustangs will go for it based on field position. Flag on the play, and oh, it's against the Mustangs. That one hurts. Let's see if they change their strategy here. As it will now be 4th and 11 for the Mustangs. Good snap, and oh boy, what another amazing punt out there by the Mustangs. Number 15, Brendan Sofin. That's the 3rd time this contest Brendan has pinned Palos Verdes back down from the 15-yard line or less. PV keeps it on the ground. They get about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. PV complete. Looks like they have enough for the first. 1st and 10 now, Palos Verdes. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. And this time, PV keeps it on the ground, and they do not go anywhere. Morgan Reese involved on that one, as well as number 85, Marcus Probosco. That will now create shotgun formation, 4 receiver set for Palos Verdes. Play action. Look, oh, left and almost intercepted. That one may go for a touchdown. It looks like it will. And it is touchdown, Palos Verdes. Number 80, Robbie Collins, the sophomore receiver with the touchdown.
where the Sea Kings are threatening first and goal to go.
Flag down on the play. And it is against the Sea Kings.
There's a handoff from number 10, Mancusi. Touchdown, Sea Kings. Handoff from number 7.
Meantime, once the officials get everything sorted out, that touchdown was initially taken away. That time, PV gets it anyway. Touchdown, Palos Verdes.
Yeah, Chris, it appeared that Morgan Reese did catch him and stopped him just shy of the goal line. And then it appears that the Palos Verdes sideline got a penalty for arguing that call.
On to attempt point after, number 24, Garrett Rouse.
Palos Verdes set up for the point after attempt, but there is another flag on the play. Let's see what this one is. Even the Mustang coaching staff getting restless. PV set up for the point after attempt. The kick is up, the kick is high, the kick is straight, and that kick is good. PV gets on the board as the Mustangs, however, still lead 14-7 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned that both sidelines were getting restless there. As, like, one thing I remember back in the day, Guy Gardner is a fiery individual, and I know he's got these Sea Kings fired up. As we saw, they don't give up. They come back, and now it's a whole new ball game with a 7-point lead.
That one bounces through the back of the end zone. It'll be a first and 10 Mustangs at the 20-yard line. Quick look at punter Sofin for the Mustangs, who's been doing a fabulous job tonight. Meantime, Kyle DeMarco under center. It's a handoff. Looks like Rico Wright with the carry. Gets about 5. And bring up a second down and 5 for the Mustangs, who lead here in the third quarter in their home green jerseys with gold pants, playing against the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. Mustangs, meantime, on the counter play, it's Rico Wright again with another nice carry. That one will be enough for Mustangs first down as he got 10 on the play. First and 10 Mustangs. High formation. Ball goes to Rico Wright. Oh, a couple nifty moves. Another good run by Rico, gets just past the 45-yard line. We'll call it the 46. First and 10 Mustangs. 2 good runs by Rico Wright out there. Meantime, Mustangs down on the QB keeper. Don't go anywhere. Second down situation coming up now for Miracosta. Second and 13. Meantime, flag on the play. And it's motion against the Mustangs. Jeremy, I don't know about you, but boy, do I feel Mr. Momentum switching to the side of the Sea Kings. Mustangs, meantime, go to the air. Dion Morris with the reception. Stopped at just past the 45. Call it the 41-yard line. First and 10, I formation. It's a draw play to Rico Wright. Spins out of a couple tackles, but does not get back to the line of scrimmage. That will be a tackle for a loss and a 4th down punting situation for the Mustangs. Sky Garner is getting really pumped along that sideline. Oh, what a great play. Bad snap taken by Sofin. Barely gets the punt away. Boy, would have that been disastrous if Sofin's punt had been blocked. Meantime, PV now on a fumbled snapperoonie there. Gonna bring up a 2nd down and 14. We're here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs lead 14-7. PV keeps it on the ground. Couple nifty sidestep moves out there by Palos Verdes number 10, Victor Mancusi. Victor's elusiveness has worked pretty well for the Sea Kings so far tonight. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. We are down to 1 quarter left to play. Mustangs lead this contest 14-7. And we are all set for the 4th and final quarter. Sea Kings trying to get back to this contest here on 3rd and 9. They go to the air. They got him in. And no way was that going to be complete because that was blanket coverage out there by the Mustangs D. 4th down and 9. The kick's a low kick. Taken on the bounds. Uh-oh. Ooh, luckily to recover, but he may have lost that one again. Kyle Nunn trying to take that one off the bounds, dropped it, somehow got it back, fumbled again, and again got it back. Recovered his own fumble twice on the same return there. Mustangs glad he did. Meantime, 1st and 10 now from the 21. They keep it on the ground. They get about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. And that's a big hole right up the middle. Rico Wright using that speed. Got the ball, and all of a sudden, pop goes the Weasel. He bursts through the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Handoff again right up the middle. This time it's the big back, Kellen Lockwood. The Loch Ness Monster, as we like to call him, the 6'3 senior, pounding his way forward. Another big run by the Mustangs. 1st and 10, ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. Handoff to Lockwood again. Very shifty out there, using the blocks of his linemen. Gets just shy of 5. We'll call it 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. DeMarco in I formation. It's a handoff. Nick Villasenor with the carry. Good hard run by Nick. He got met at the line of scrimmage, but spun and used his strength to work for at least a good solid 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now for Maricosta. Here in the 4th quarter, Mustangs lead 14-7 over the PV Sea Kings. Meantime, after the man in motion, Mustangs go straight forward. Kellen Lockwood, and that looks like that will be enough for a Mustangs 1st down. In fact, it is 1st and 10 Mustangs now, ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Lockwood again, another nice carry. Kellen really getting the bulk of the carries here on this drive. Second down situation for the Mustangs, 2nd and 5. 3-back formation. Lockwood again, follows his blocks, tries to burst outside, he does. Goes for the end zone, dives, he's in. There's a flag on the play, let's see, but meantime, that's a touchdown, Mustangs. Penalty is against Palos Verdes. It's declined. Touchdown, Maricosta, Kellen Lockwood.
Yeah, Chris, let's take another look at this play by the Loch Ness Monster as he gets great blocking. Again, it's that three-back formation. You see J.R. Tavai making a nice block there. Also, you have Jordan Tavai on the other side making a block. You got Nick Villasenor following Lockwood and finishing off another potential victim there as Lockwood drags in the last defender into the end zone for the Mustangs score.
Alex Narocha set now for the point after attempt. Key touchdown for the Mustangs here as the kick is up, high, straight, and good. 21-7 now the lead for Maricosta here in the fourth and final quarter.
One thing I wish I could have seen from the Mustangs during preseason play, I wish we could have seen a fake field goal attempt in case the Mustangs would need that situation later on, possibly trailing by 2 or maybe even trying to win a game when it counts. But coaches like to play it straight up and play it safe.
Meantime, Palos Verdes on the return gets to just past the 30-yard line. That was Zach Henkus with the return. First and 10 from the 30. Palos Verdes back to pass. It's a draw play. And after a couple of nifty moves, finally the Mustangs knocked down Victor Mancusi. Mancusi's had a pretty nice contest here for the PVC Kings. Palos Verdes now in shotgun. Baez takes a snap. He looks middle, throws middle, and just incomplete thanks to the blanket coverage by the Mustangs, number 16, Adam Lawrence. Third down and 5 now for Palos Verdes. Baez in shotgun. He's under pressure, and incomplete. Trying to throw the middle screen there, but that was read beautifully by Andrew Brenner. Of course, Andrew, one of the captains for the Mustangs, really read that play well, forces the incompletion. Fourth down now. Timeout on the play as I'm sure Palos Verdes really needs to strategize quickly here, trailing now by 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. .6:59 left to go. Mustangs lead 21-7. Palos Verdes trying to do something here on fourth down, feeling the pressure. Baez hit. Blanket coverage. PV looking for the flag. And no penalty on the play. Mustangs will take over on the turnover on downs. DeMarco under center. It's a handoff to Rico Wright, and Rico almost burst that one free. Palos Verdes lucky there, because especially with Rico's right, if he'd been able to break that last tackle, boy, would he have been in the end zone quickly. Either way, it's a first down Mustangs. First and 10. Mustangs with the I formation, doubles left. Rico again with the carry, trying to break it free, and is finally thrown backwards. Let's see where they spot his forward progress. Second down, they give him no forward progress at all. In fact, they count him for a loss of a yard. Second down and 11. Three-back formation now for the Mustangs. Of course, the Mustangs more concerned about killing time off this clock than they are about the score of this game. 2 touchdowns should be plenty to pad them. But the question is can they run out the rest of this clock? Third down and 11 now for the Mustangs. They still have that 3-back formation. They go to the air though, and oh boy, Kyle DeMarco hit quickly. If that play had been allowed to develop, it looked like Kyle Nunn did have an early step. However, Mustangs will be going for the field goal. It's a 41-yard attempt. It's up, it's high, it has plenty of leg, but it is wide. A rare miss by Alex Narocha. Of course, Alex has hit field goals of 47, 48, and even a 50-yard field goal. And you can see right there, that one had plenty of leg. He could have gone for 55, but just a hair left. Meantime, PV now on 1st and 10. Quick pass out to the fullback out of the backfield. That's Mark Sasso, the junior. Nice reception and run after the catch. It's going to bring up a second down and short for Palos Verdes. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Baez in shotgun, takes the snap. He looks right, he throws right, and completes right. Wow, what a great job by number 80, Robbie Collins out there, because he was hit immediately by the Mustang safety, Rico Wright. Rico really laid some pretty good wood on there, but somehow Robbie holds on. 1st and 10, Palos Verdes. 3-back formation. I'm sorry, 3 receiver set. And trying to hit his tailback in the flat, Mancuso. Mustangs read that one well, quickly put up a lot of pressure on Baez, forced the incompletion, 2nd and 10. Baez in shotgun, takes the snap. He looks middle, throws middle, and almost picked off. Ooh, Nelly, boy, would that have been an easy touchdown for the Mustangs, Kellen Lockwood. Either way, it's still an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10 now for Palos Verdes. Baez back to pass. He's looking left. He throws left. He lofts it up. And what a great defensive play by Dante Beavis. Of course, Beavis, the junior corner for the Mustangs, has been playing great all season long. PV now on 4th and 10. Under pressure, the throw is up. It's incomplete and out of bounds. That will be another turnover on downs. Mustangs will take over. Of course, Dante Beavis, 2 interceptions this season. Been a great junior defensive player for the Mustangs. Expect to see a lot out of him next season as well. Mustangs now certainly at this point hoping to just simply run the clock out. Leading this contest 21-7, 2nd down and 9 now for Maricosta. 3-back formation, ball goes to the 2nd back through. Mustangs get a couple on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation. Three backs for the Mustangs, and this time it's a QB keeper. DeMarco, he's got the 1st down and is brought down at the 18-yard line. What a great run by Kyle. Of course, as mentioned, Kyle entered this contest as the 2nd leading rusher for the Mustangs. He got a good glimpse of it right there. 1st down, Maricosta keeping this ball and the clock running. course, stay tuned for after the game. We will be running updates from the scores around the league, as well as an updated league standing schedule. Kellen Lockwood, meantime, hit as he tries to run straight up the middle. Third down situation for the Mustangs, leading this contest 21-7 here towards the end of the fourth quarter. This should just about do it. DeMarco takes a knee, and that will do it. The Mustangs are going to win this contest by the final score of 21-7. Another great Mustang victory here on Waller Stadium. That will put the Mustangs at 2-0 in conference. Jeremy, what'd you think about the game?
Well, Chris, this Mustang team is really starting to come together as they start off league play 2-0. Remember last year they ran the table during league, as we get to see some Bay League scores, as we see Peninsula got shut out by Lusinger 28-0 at Lusinger. Redondo stays undefeated in league with a 31-6 victory at West Torrance. So next week it'll be Maricosta 2-0 at Peninsula 0-2 in league, and then you got the battle for second place in league with Lusinger and Redondo both 2-0 going at it, and then you got the battle for last place with Palos Verdes and West Torrance 0-2.
Well, an unfortunate return on Guy Gardner's part back to Waller Stadium. Of course, where he not only played but coached as well. As we take a quick look at the Bay League standings, Maricosta, Lusinger, and Redondo all at 2-0 and a three-way tie for first, while PV, West Torrance, and Peninsula all sit at 0-2. Let's see how next week shapes up with some big-time matchups. Meantime, Jeremy, another great Mustangs victory. Fans, thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Lee alongside for Jeremy Sadowski signing out, and we'll see you next week.